Are you happy, Maria?
I married you for money.
But now I stay because I want to.
Maria lived in a small rented room above a bakery, where the walls smelled faintly of yeast and paint. Every morning, she would wake before sunrise, stretch her tired arms, and pick up her brush. Painting wasn't just her job, it was her only way of breathing. Outside, the streets of the city were always busy. She worked for little money, painting signboards and shop windows, trying to forget how lonely life had become. The rain had become her only companion, cold, but constant. One gray morning, as she painted a cafe window, a quiet old man inside watched her. His eyes were calm and gentle, not curious, not judgmental, just kind. He was a stranger, but somehow, his gaze felt safe. She saw him again the next day, sitting by the same window with his coffee. When she looked up, he smiled faintly. Maria quickly turned away, embarrassed by the attention. Yet a strange warmth stayed with her. That evening, when she packed her brushes, he walked up to her. "You have patient hands," he said softly. "Painters see the world differently." She nodded shyly, unsure how to respond. Then he left, disappearing into the misty rain. The next morning he returned, this time with a paper cup of hot tea. "You look cold," he said, offering it. The warmth seeped through her gloves and into her heart. For the first time in years, someone had noticed her. Days passed, and their silent friendship grew. He brought her tea every morning. She began to wait for him, pretending she didn't. He talked little about himself, only that his name was Robert, and that he once had a garden full of roses. One afternoon, he didn't come. She felt an emptiness she couldn't explain. The next day he appeared again, apologizing softly. "I was sick," he said, "but I couldn't stay away." Something inside her shifted that day. Then came the envelope, a small white letter. "Read it when you're alone," he told her. That night, she sat on her bed under a single bulb and unfolded the paper. His words were simple but deep. He wanted to marry her. Not for beauty, not for youth, but for peace. Maria couldn't sleep that night. Her heart battled her mind. She had no family, no wealth, no plans. Could she accept kindness when life had only taught her survival? Yet something told her, maybe this was the home she had prayed for. Under the gray sky the next morning, she met him by the cafe. "I will marry you," she whispered. He didn't smile widely, only nodded like a man who had been waiting for this moment all his life. Rain fell softly around them. Their wedding was quiet, just two witnesses, two rings, and a promise. Maria wore a simple white dress and a ribbon in her hair. When they walked out, the city seemed to fade into silence, as if blessing them in its own quiet way. His home was small but warm. Books lined every wall, and flowers grew in old jars by the window. "This is your home now," he said. For the first time, she didn't feel like a guest in the world. She felt like she belonged somewhere. Months passed. She painted their garden 2 chairs, 2 cups of tea, sunlight spilling on flowers. But one day, when town women whispered that she married for money, she only smiled and said, "Maybe." But love came after. Years later, as Robert sat beside her by the fireplace, he asked softly, "Are you happy, Maria?" She looked at him with tears in her eyes. "Yes," she said. "I married you for help, but I stayed for love." The fire crackled, and their silence said everything.